We are now recording. All right, so I guess, like you said, we can kind of tell a little bit about why we chose HempWorks and why we chose this organization. Because for me, I think that this is different. This is definitely something different than I've done in the past, that I've been exposed to in the past, that I've been invited to participate in the past. And I didn't see this coming. If you would have asked me a month ago when I met David, I met him, you know, we were doing something different. We were going about something totally different. I met him at an event, a speaking engagement event, where we were going and learning different. It was a workshop about speaking, public speaking, and I volunteered to go up on stage and basically to get like chopped down in front of everybody. And the guy, he like puts me on, you know, we're all on blast, everybody up there, and he's asking us questions about us and our vision. And for me, my vision and what I did, it was based on, you know, spirituality and being in alignment and kind of helping people with that part. And the guy who was running the event, he didn't even look at me when he said it. That's how I knew he was kind of in his zone. You know, this is what he does, you know. But he was like, nobody gets paid in spirituality. That's not going to work. You're going to have to change your name. You can't be a spirit. What is a spiritual consultant? What is that? You know, that's never going to work. You know, you can't come out into the business world with that. And he was like, I mean, people like this guy, for instance. So he points out Dave in the audience, and Dave's got like specs on. They're like, he looks like Clark Kent or somebody. And I'm standing up there feeling like, who is this? Who does he think he is? You know, but I took it because I'm like, this is his event. I'm going to just stand here and I'm going to receive this, because I asked for the criticism of someone who allegedly they know more than I do, and I'm here for it. This is his thing. So I let him do his thing. But my introduction to David was him being introduced as one of the types that would never go along with somebody like me, my message. You know what I'm saying? And because I was a single mom, you know, I don't think I even mentioned that I was a single mom. I mentioned that I was a mother, and he kind of added to that, and he said that, you know, that was like, we've heard that story. Nobody cares that nobody, you know, all this stuff that was like basically just the chop down so that you can say, okay, well, sign me up for your course, you know. Me being the competitor that I am, the competitive nature that I am, knowing that, no, I was directed by the heavens to be here on today, to be able to interact with people like you and anybody else. So you can't tell me about me, but I allowed him to do his thing, and I ended up meeting David. And after that, you know, during the break, me and him ended up connecting, and he's like, you know, well, what do you do? I'm like, you know, what do you do? And he was like, you heard of CBD oil? And I was like, yeah. And it was really, really brief and short, but we exchanged cards, and I checked. I think I might have, you sent the link to me or something. I think you might have sent the link to me one way or another, but you sent the link, and we didn't talk or anything for that whole week time frame that I had. I think I had it from Friday up until that Thursday. So I didn't even really look at it or anything, because I was like, I'm not looking to do network marketing right now. You know, all the typical the stuff that you hear. Wasn't really looking for anything like that. I was launching out, doing my own thing, and taking those steps. That is what actually led me to this opportunity. And yeah, so that's kind of how I kind of came into the opportunity. But David, before I get any further into it, I'll kind of let you tell how that happened and kind of what that's the light that it shed for you.
Well, it was kind of like that. I saw you get up on stage, and I knew that. I mean, I looked at the room, and I knew you were special, and we connected right away. There was nobody else in the room that you or I talked to. And, you know, neither one of us really was really enthused about, you know, what the guy was offering. But we stayed out, you know, and I said, I go, you know what, you're around people, you're going to get something out of it. And you said to me, you go, yeah, I was supposed to meet you. And and I just nonchalantly said, so have you heard of CBD? And your eyes lit up. And you go, yeah. I said, well, I have a CBD company. Well, I don't think I had enrolled anybody. you know, and I just said, I have a CBD company. And you go, do you have a link? And I said, yeah. So we got on Facebook and I sent you the link. And by the way, I got home and I saw that you had already opened up the link and you had already been placing a downline. So, you know, and I got to give a shout out to Joy. I know she's out here, but, you know, she has just taken off. And the reason why I got into this company was Joy. And, you know, I was talking to her and I was the same thing. I wasn't looking to be in network marketing again. You know, I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. She was saying the same thing. And I was at an event where I had paid a lot of money to learn how to build websites and sales funnels and everything else. And I was on the phone with Joy, and she's like, well, if you don't join by Thursday, and she's texting me all the people that are going below me. She's texting me pictures of it. And I'm like, okay. And so I signed up and I bought a bottle. You know, I bought a bottle just because I was busy. And I had no idea what I was signing up for. I just knew I was buying a bottle of CBD oil. But it all rolled out. And, you know, but going back to you, I knew that Jocelyn was special. I knew that she was from the very minute she jumped up in front of the room. I knew that whatever she decided to do, that she was going to do it and do it well. And, you know, and when she enrolled and I just, you know, and Vince, I got to give you credit too. All I did was push her up to you guys because I didn't know anything about this company. And I just shoved her up to you know, to Joy, and Joy took over, shoved her up to you, and you know, she bounced around with you and Robert Hollis, and I'm like, stay up there as long as you want, you know, and back then, teach me. So it's been really cool. It was supposed to happen. It's just one of those things, and here we are today. So yeah, I'm grateful. Really, really am.
Yes. Well, Michelle.
My story's a little bit different. I've been stalking Jenna for like a year. This is crazy, but I've been stalking her. I got introduced to her through somebody else who introduced me to HempWorks, and I didn't sign up. And I just been watching Jenna, just been watching everything that she's been talking about, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sign up, and I put it off. And then I went into spirituality, law of attraction group, and I met Jocelyn. Now, she and I are talking, she and I are connecting, we're just chit-chatting, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna start this this new opportunity. So I'm like, okay, send it to me, let me see. And what it was? HempWorks. So I'm like, okay, all right, universe, I got the message. And then I signed up. And then she and I have just been chatting, and we become like, I feel like we become friends.
Yes.
You know, this.
Absolutely.
You know, I send her text messages, you know, on Facebook and over Facebook, like, okay, I sent it to somebody today.
Yes. Yes.
Me, and it's a great friendship that we're building.
Yes, I agree. Well, Benny, I don't know how you got into the business.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's, you know how like if you say something, it seems like these days if you think about something, it shows up on your Facebook feed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's all of a sudden like they're listening.
Yes.
So I had heard. I mean, look, this dates back a few years ago. For me, honestly, for my awareness of as an entrepreneur, this dates back some years ago. Seeing cannabis being legalized in Colorado and then California. And I understand that there's got to be some medicinal uses for it. You know, it's from the ground, and when millions of people are saying that. So I was hip to it. I was a New York City police officer for 11 years, and not that I'm a prude against, cannabis.
Right.
You know, before I was a police officer, I sure wasn't, but as a teenager. But anyway, then, you know, I get older now. I have kids, and I'm like, you know, when they say legalization, I'm like, it may lead to things. But I didn't understand anything really. But then I saw another show that, you know, some entrepreneurs started speaking about it. So as an entrepreneur and saying, you know, I know there's something there. And so that was my original awareness. But then, you know, my mom being sick, my mom passed 7 months ago. And at the end of the days, the doctors gave her medicinal marijuana as the only thing that gave her relief. and through pill form. But then some people speaking about CBD. I didn't know the difference between hemp. I had heard people speaking about hemp, and you can make rope with it, and there's like 25,000 products with it. I just, whatever. I wasn't really listening. I wasn't negative about it. I just wasn't really listening. A neighbor came to us about a year ago, and she came to our house and really started talking about the endocannabinoid system and how it helped her son with special needs. And she was crying, and we were crying, and she wouldn't stop speaking. So I was like, how much money do I have to give you to stop talking? And so I didn't say that. I don't think I might have, but I said sign us up. We bought the bottle. Jen tried it. She didn't like the taste of it or whatever. We weren't in the zone we weren't open to thinking about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that was prior to my mom being sick, and then I wanted the product. I saw. Look, I was also a firefighter, so I was 11 years a cop, 10 years a fireman, and I've been diagnosed 18 times with over and over with PTSD. Everyone has that. Every first responder has, and then watching my mom. So I saw the preventative uses for this. I says, I've got to get it, and then we have kids, and everyone portrays their family as the picture perfect thing on Facebook, but we have issues up inside our house.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? Come on. So,
I had a mommy dearest moment earlier today. So yes.
Yeah. I was like, my oldest is getting bigger, and it's like you can't spank him; someone's gonna get knocked out. And so it was like, so we gave him, we shared this with him, and it made a big difference in.
Yeah.
And we sold on that. And then look, it doesn't take a genius to look online and look at all the uses for it and how big it is. So then I started binge watching. I saw Dr. Oz and then the Dateline and all this stuff. And I'm a network marketer. This is what I do. So I was making, I was making multiple six figures with another business. But I was just like, there's a saying out there in Think and Grow Rich, and Earl Nightingale says that true success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And this is something that just has meaning to me. And it's the first business I've ever been in that was like product first. I didn't look at a comp plan and dissect it and say, wow, that's going to be big, or how do I push that into the market? This was something that was product first. And then I'm like, how am I not going to tell a few people, and it kind of grew organically, which the product is. And then I really looked at the systems and the comp plan and timing and the funnels and all these things about this company. And there's a reason why this company is, in fact, the fastest growing company in the space. Everything, between Forbes and Wall Street, and, Wall Street's talking about entrepreneurs. It's a very, very easy thing to speak about. And this is why this business is creating a lot of wealth for a lot of people. And so it's something that I wanted to be involved in. And so I am all in. It's American made. I'm very patriotic. It's, God is the founder and formulator of this gorgeous product. I mean, this is there's not some wacky scientist in a lab making this. Yes. It's right out of the ground. I don't have to get some doctor on here to prove that it's safe.
Yes.
Like broccoli's safe. This is safe. No, the opioid epidemic. Big pharma is like a scam. Yeah. Big government is involved with the lending institutions and big pharma and all of these elites. And this is like American-made grassroots. It's really in my wheelhouse, and I'm proud to be a part of it. And listen, partnering up with you guys, Jocelyn, you're a riot. You're on your game. You have an energy about you. Since the first time that you came to the page, just your post, your energy. We went back and forth on Facebook, and Michelle, you too. And of course, Doc. Hey, Doc, real quick, it hurts when I do this. So don't do that, right? No, so it's just
that on the recording or not?
Yeah, right. The punchline to it, right? But again, we're having fun. Our culture, and I'll end with this, our culture of our Team Freedom is, have fun, develop leaders, and build wealth. And you don't have to make millions to build wealth, but you have to become a good steward of your income. And we teach that. So we have the business school, but there are over 1,000 people who have rank advanced to 5K and above already. So it's happening in a big way.
Yes. Well, I mean, the leadership and just like, I remember what David, like you said, you invested you know, you had invested money already into learning how to develop a website, learning how to do funneling, learning how to do all these things, the same things I was doing. I was so excited because the week prior to meeting David, I had just, you know, gotten to the space where I was back flowing creatively and trying to create something of my own way to be able to, you know, reach people, empower people, make sure that I'm continuing to empower myself and others. But it was like everything that I felt resonated with my future. This opportunity, it afforded me all the space, the creative space to do that with the resources that were already built, the systems, the funneling, the websites, everything is there. And then for the things that I'm not so certain about, I'm not sure, I may have done, you know, network marketing in the past, but I've never been successful at it. Never seen the level of success that I see others having here, to where they are so willing and available to help other people to be able to get there as well. That leadership portion here, it's different than anything that I've seen before, because literally, if you can follow these steps that don't require you to invite people over to your house and everybody gather around the table, you know, or have you taking more hours outside of your household to go in and do all these things, you know. And again, some people find great success with that. You found success in the past by following a process, but I just felt that at this time in my life and for everything that was going, the timing and every component of this, it was no way that I could pass it up, because it felt like everything that I was manifesting, everything that I was asking and praying for, you know. So I want to make the most of it with every moment. So I'm very excited.
Well, listen, I just want to say thank you for having me on, and I appreciate this team. And it just shows the, you know, Joy's a friend of mine. She reached out to me and she wanted this product for her family. She had results. She reached out to her friends. And that's really, in essence, the American way is free enterprise. This isn't us going to, I have no loyalty necessarily to Costco or BJ's or Target or Amazon or whatever. And this is like grassroots, and it's people helping people. This product is, I believe, the perfect product for this network marketing. And I also think that the best way to get this product out, obviously, is network marketing. It's inexpensive. It's got a story that needs to be told about it. And anyone who's watching, make sure that, you know, you go to Jocelyn and or, you know, Michelle or David or whomever invited you and take the free tour. That's the key, is to ask for the link to say, hey, let me see for myself. And you know, and David said, like, Jocelyn took the free tour. All you got to do is just enter your information, name, and email, and you get an email from the company that shows you this system. That if you've ever been involved in network marketing, I mean, Joz just said it. You're not going to see it. You're not going to see a system like this, where just by opting in, you're already in the genealogy without taking a credit card out, and people are filing in under you.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. That I'd never seen anything like that. And again, I personally, I wasn't looking to be sold or anything, and David didn't have to do any of that. He didn't have to try and convince me about anything. It was just simply presenting the opportunity to me, connecting me to the link. And for me, that was enough to give me, like I said, the tools to make an informed decision. I was doing research outside of all the resources that he presented to me, so I felt good about it. And that's the thing that I just would encourage anybody who does, like you said, see this. If you have access to the link, if you're able to take the free tour, just you know. All the information is there. Do the research, because the more I do the research about the company, there's so many avenues and so much to learn that I get even more and more excited. Every time I see a new article that's out, or every time I was doing something last night and I heard, you know, the news was on. I don't usually watch the news, but my man had the news on, and I heard the news talking about how Kentucky is going to really make it's a very, very low priority if anybody was to get caught with any type of marijuana, any CBD. Like, I mean, they were talking about this stuff. Like you said, you keep hearing it. You just keep hearing it.
Yeah. It's wild.
I've been traveling across country, and you mentioned Colorado and California. I'm in Colorado. I'm in Breckenridge right now, and I'm on my way to Southern California for the month. But I'm on my way, and I think it was somewhere around Topeka, Kansas, believe it or not. There's like billboards with CBD or CBD vape shop and CBD this out in the middle. I mean, I don't know if you've ever drove through Kansas, man, but you can like fall asleep because you go up the road, you won't hit anything. There's nothing there, and they're advertising CBD. Another thing too, and I get a lot of medical journals and updates on and email newsletters. And something that I got 2 days ago was really fascinating, and nobody's ever talked to me about this. I mean, all the regular things that happen, but there's some researchers in Australia that are using it as an antibiotic, and it is actually killing bacteria, even the antibiotic resistant bacteria. So there's obviously more studies that have to happen with that. But I'm like, are you kidding me? So here we have something that is just going and going. I mean, behind the scenes, it's even bigger than what's happening right in front of us.
Right. So
yeah, it's there to stay. And I mean, you talked about big pharma. They've already created a drug, but what they do, like typical to big pharma, is they took everything out except for the CBD, super concentrated. And I don't think that they're going to get the results that we get because they don't have that, what we call the entourage effect. And you guys have read about that. But, when you have those other, the terpenes and the other cannabinoids in there, including THC, by the way, if you have a little bit in there, it opens up the receptor sites and allows the stuff to work better in your body. It's all about opening up receptor sites. So that's how it works in your body. So I dig it. I was like, okay, and I never knew anything about it when I bought that first bottle. I have had 2 spine surgeries, and I'm in a lot of pain a lot. And I have used marijuana, and it helps a lot,
I agree.
And so now CBD is so, okay, so don't, because that stuff does make you tired, I mean, it's like, okay, I feel better, but what am I gonna do? You gotta get motivated and be able to work on it too. So just it's a little bit different without the catching the high, because you do get high off THC. There's no doubt about that. It helps with pain. I mean, it really does, and I can account for that.
Yeah.
So interesting.
As somebody who's been in the team for about a week, I have to say the level of support that I have seen is crazy. I mean, I appreciate it, but the videos that you guys put out, and you're supported. Like, that's one thing that I've seen, and I've been in network marketing before, and I haven't felt as supported as I do here. Like, you guys put videos out, you push different trainings out, you push different tips out, you push each other, we're pushing each other out and supporting each other. That to me is like, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I think that's the whole reason I'm here. I mean, because of Joy, I was telling Jocelyn, I didn't really even know Joy. I knew her from another network marketing company. She walked up to me and said, "Hey, I know you from, this company." I go, "Oh yeah," and we only met once. But when I saw what she was doing, I was like, that's my girl. That's who I need to be in here with, and it was the right decision.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
Wonderful. Well, Benny, I know you have to run, but I appreciate you so much for coming and just, again, everything you do, your light that shines, your feedback, everything. I spoke with Robert earlier today, and I'm like, I'm going to make you guys proud. And he's like, "You've already made me proud," and I'm like, okay, but you know what I mean. But I want to make you proud, David. I want to be able to help you hit your goals. Michelle, I want to help you hit your goals. Same thing for Benny, and like seeing Joy get, her, being able to, hit rank again and continuing to keep the pace. I feel good knowing that I've done my part, my activities to kind of keep this thing moving. So as we celebrate one another, even the people who I'm under, I'm under you, but I feel I'm just rooting with you. I'm celebrating with you, and just keep up the great work, because, it's inspiring, it's encouraging, and it is very much appreciated. Changing our lives. It's changing my lives, my mindset, my energy. Everything is just increased. So I'm grateful.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Just the beginning.
Yes, it is. Indeed. Well, I guess if that we can, I guess, wrap it up on that note. Until next time, I feel like I'm about to start going kind of live crazy now that I kind of got this behind me. So, there'll be many more of these.
This is fun. You got awesome energy. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for joining us. You all have a wonderful night.
Take care, guys.
All right, bye.